Welcome to Wellness Wednesday with your host, Melitza Guerrero, IFBB Wellness Pro.
What's up, Glenn?
What's been going on? A lot.
A lot of prep has been going on.
Well, let's start with the beginning. Charlotte Pro,
just,
no wellness.
just told you this yesterday.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know. I had just assumed that there was going to be wellness because I think since either the first or second year, Charlotte has always had wellness. So I just assumed there was going to be wellness, and then me and my girlfriends we're looking, talking about the shows. And then, she's like, Charlotte Pro, are they going to have wellness? Is Charlotte Pro going on? I'm like, yeah, Charlotte Pro is having wellness. So this was like last week. And then, because when you're looking for your shows, you put your division, wellness, and then you put where, United States, all. And then it'll show all the shows for wellness in the United States. So Charlotte wasn't popping up.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just like, whatever, they're gonna have it. They're gonna have it.
Yeah, they've always had it.
And then yesterday, something just told me to go to the website and click on the banner and click on the site and start looking around. And they are gonna have Charlotte Pro, but only the pros is going to be for the bikini and men's physique, and that's it.
One woman's division, one man's division. That's it.
Yep.
It's not gonna be much of a show. I mean, it's just not. And I have to think that maybe it's early and maybe they're still making an arrangement or maybe they're changing the date. I don't know.
No, they're not doing none of that.
I can't believe that.
It's not gonna be nothing else. It is what it is.
Oh well. That's one
so
of the
to Orlando we go. I'm no longer 11 weeks out. I would have been 11 weeks out today, but now I'm 13 weeks out. So I got 2 more weeks.
So you're going to Orlando. That's good.
Yep.
Well, the other thing that's good about it is you got Orlando, and then 2 weeks after that is Pittsburgh, correct?
3 or 4.
3 or 4. And then, of course, the New York Pro. So, I mean, it's still okay. You just go south instead of staying north.
Mm-hmm.
And what's the name of the show in Orlando?
I think it's the Girl Power Show.
Okay. So it will have wellness and hopefully everything else. So I mean,
it's
I don't even know who the promoter is, but when you're deep in prep,
it's only women. It's only
Yeah.
women's for that show.
Oh, it's all women's show.
Yeah. So they have every single division, but only women.
Oh, where's this show been? Has it always been around? Or is this a new show?
I don't know.
Well, that's all
I've heard of it before. I've heard of it before, but I don't know how long it's been around.
I wonder who the promoter is.
I don't know. I know Shandy's head judge.
Okay.
I'm gonna look to see who's the promoter for Girl Power.
And all women. Yeah, well, yeah. I guess it's all in the name, Girl Power. So yeah, all women's division. So yeah. Yeah. I'm a little slow on the upkeep, but okay.
It's okay. Jesus can help you.
You sad.
All right. So, other top news: Shanique Grant.
IFBB Women's Physique Miss Olympia is now going to be wellness.
Yes. What do you think?
I mean, I've seen some of the progress pics or Instagram pics, and I'm like, anything is possible. I still wonder why she didn't stay women's physique,
Right.
And of course, the only thing I saw there was Johnny Styles was doing some comparison, and I'm with him with what he said in that it comes down to how she poses. The physique is there, but he would say he wouldn't be convinced until he see how she moves on stage. So
right, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. It comes down to the posing is a lot of it. I also am intrigued to see if she can build up her legs to be wellness.
Right.
because we've all seen her train in her women's physique days, and she trained heavy. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
she wasn't a lightweight trainer. Like, she pushed heavy ass weights, but her legs never looked wellness.
right, all right,
So, but then again, she's working with Ludacris, who is a very good and well known wellness coach. So he might have on a protocol that is going to help her look more wellness and maybe build
right.
up her legs to be more wellness. But at the same time, your genetics are your genetics,
Yeah.
So I guess we'll just have to wait and see. I am curious what show she's going to step on stage. I think she's going to do Pittsburgh.
Yeah, well, I mean that's the biggest one that's out there up front
There's so
now.
much money up for grabs that,
Yeah,
like, everyone is. I'm
$10,000.
almost a little bit scared to do Pittsburgh, not
Yeah,
because of being on stage. You don't give a fuck about that,
yeah.
just because of the weight and how many people are gonna be
But I mean,
backstage
at the
and
end of the
on
day,
that
all shows are
stage.
big. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, the gauntlet is out there. Wellness is well established now. This being the fifth year that it will be at the Olympia. So all the big dogs are coming. So, and you're a big
Yeah,
dog. You just don't know it yet.
I'm coming.
And yeah, it would make sense that she would do Pittsburgh right out the bat, but she may do a later show. Um, what I'm curious about, as in the case with Missy Truscott, her already being a Miss Olympia Fitness, Shanique Grant already being a Miss Olympia Women's Physique,
Mm-hmm.
um, they're automatically qualified for the Olympia
Mm-hmm.
by virtue of that. And so now, do they really have to do a show? And if they're switching divisions, yeah, obviously they probably should do one. But
Right.
they've already got the golden ticket.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll just have to wait and see. But I believe that's the rule. Once you win Miss Olympia, you qualify forever. So is it good for the wellness division when you look at it as a whole? Because now everybody's talking about Brazil, with all the ladies. And now here comes Shanique Grant, perennial Miss Olympia. Um, the division
T-Bub.
itself, who's gonna break up the top three, top four from the Olympia? Because I mean, they are the big dogs. They're on another level.
I don't know. It's like I try to, like, envision her, like, up there with them, like,
Mm-hmm.
with Issa, with Francielli, with Giselle, with Ryan,
Yep.
and, like, I just can't see it.
Yeah.
But it's because I've never seen her in wellness.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean? So it's hard to see when what you're used to is someone looking a certain way. So that's what everyone, when they think of her, that's automatically what they think of.
Yeah. And you
You
can
know?
say that about everyone because once you've been up there, you don't know till you know. Every show is different. You can't take
Yeah.
what happened at the Olympia going into this year, other than okay, this is how you place or you won. But every year you got to defend your title, and so now we'll see. I'm pleased with the way wellness is growing in popularity, and as well as that top four, top five. But
Yeah.
just,
Oh,
just
my
as you
hair.
say, you envision her being in Pittsburgh, you got to envision yourself. So let's get back to Melitza Guerrero. What do you envision for 2025?
I don't talk about what my goals are. No point. You already know that.
Yeah,
I'll say what shows I'm doing, but that's
yeah.
it.
But you don't know how you're going to go. But I know what I see. But I'm a fan and a photographer, and it's okay to be both. So I'm not a judge, so I get to like everybody and get to shoot everyone. That's what I like about it. And
Yep.
speaking of Ryan, that is your coach's wife, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you do Pittsburgh. She's doing Pittsburgh.
Hmm.
How's that? How's that going to go?
I mean,
No question, you got a great relationship with your coach and everything.
yeah.
And
Like,
he's just happy having everybody up
anyone
there. I know.
anyone that says anything other than it'll be an honor is a fucking hater. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's Ryan. Like, she's a freaking top Olympian. You
Yeah.
know, I can't wait to meet both of them. So I can't wait to meet both of them. I think definitely we had spoke about this, that he definitely needs to see me in person at some
Yeah.
point, just because the pictures and in person it doesn't always correlate, and you don't necessarily know 100%.
Right.
But if you were to see someone in person and then you say, okay, well, this is what their pictures look like, this is what that correlates to in person,
Mm-hmm.
it's easier for you now to even just continue prep without having to see them in person, because you already know this is what this looks like in person, and this is what it looks like in the pictures.
Right.
You know? So, yeah, I'm excited to finally see him in person and have him like peek me, personally, and not just through pictures. So,
Right. And this is
and
the first year you have the whole off season with him, and then going into the season as well. So yeah.
Yeah, and like that show is going to be so stacked. I'm pretty sure there's going to be so many more of like my teammates to do that show. I'm sure Giselle's going to do that show. I wouldn't be surprised if Eduardo does that show too.
Yeah.
And they're all my teammates as well. So it's exciting. It's going to be exciting.
Yeah. And for whatever reason, Noel's at the Charlotte Pro. So this is really the first show of the year, unless I'm missing something. You got Orlando and then Pittsburgh and then the New York Pro. Then it's just, show after show after show. Each show will be bigger and better. Because these same set of girls, right, yourself included, no doubt are going to go from Pittsburgh to New York. And then what's after New York?
There's a lot. There's a lot in between. So everyone has a lot of options.
Yeah. But I mean, the big headliner shows, and and I call them one show or the other, but I mean, Pittsburgh, New York, Chicago, Atlanta, Tampa. Those are the big shows. And no more reason than I guess they're well marketed, but a lot of it is because of the promoter. But it's going to be a hot summer for sure.
Yeah. Yep. If they keep giving those nice payouts, then
I mean, yeah. Last year,
definitely gonna apply and gonna compete.
Exactly. Hey, shout out to Wolfpack. Last year was 4,000, and now we already know the pot for Pittsburgh is $10,000 for first place,
7,000 for second, and 5,000 for third.
Hey, and I'm always the other thing of, hey, why not you? Why not you? So,
well, I'm excited. I feel like last year was worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Last year's forcing myself to get on stage while not being ready was worth it, because I would not. I probably still would be in that whole stage of like, well, let's just keep dieting down and let's just keep doing this. But nope, I'm ready. I'm ready to go back on stage. I talked to my bikini girl next week, so we're gonna start coming up with some bikini colors for the first few shows.
Well, I already told you emeralds have to be one. I don't care if I have to, if I got to buy it or whatever. It is what it is. You gotta represent. You gotta represent the brand. And so much so, if anybody didn't already know or didn't wonder, yes, you are a sponsored athlete of Amazon's Fitness Magazine. We'll finalize the contracts here on the 1st of the month. I'm still looking at some stuff to make sure it's both good for us, both equitably and brand-wise. But, I would love to see you in the emeralds. But anyway, it is what it is. Emerald and black. So they can call that breaking news or whatever, but hey.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that working.
Yeah, I mean, but that's just me, Hey, I don't know how the judges gonna feel, because so much goes into judging as far as suit color, hair color, always the physique, but then can you present it on stage?
Yeah.
And not everybody can do that. They have the best physique, but then go out there and it's like, if you can't present it, doesn't really matter.
And then some people have like pretty just kind of mediocre, or I wouldn't say mediocre, but as far as like in the industry, probably not the best physique, but they know how to fucking pose.
Yep.
And it looks really good. So,
So what's your coach been saying? Can you share anything as far as your progress is so far
um,
from his pulpit? I mean, everybody sees the pictures like, yeah, yeah. But what's your coach saying?
he has. Oh man, at first when I got back from being sick and not being in the gym for like 6 weeks. And so when I got sick, I'm not like the normal person. Like I still get hungry when I'm sick,
Right.
very hungry. And when I'm sick, I cannot eat meat.
Mm.
It makes me sick. Like I literally like cannot swallow meat when I'm sick. So all I can eat is like carbs, just like rice and bread. Like that's it.
Mm-hmm.
So for 6 weeks of not going to the gym and living off of like bread and rice, when I sent in my check-ins, he just like it changed my plan immediately. And I was like eating so little food. Like I was
Mm-hmm.
hungry. I was hungry. But I think we're finally at a good place. Like he started adding more food and he's really, really happy. It seems like I'm ahead of schedule for what would have been Charlotte. So now I'm
Yeah.
like super ahead of schedule
Yeah.
for Orlando, which is cool. I'll take that. I'd rather
Yeah.
be ahead than behind.
And,
But
and fine tune it. Yeah. You're right.
yeah, yeah. So he's really happy. He's really happy. I have not told him yet that I'm going to do Pittsburgh. I think I'm going to land it on him like later on in the year. Well, in the month,
Why
in the
not
month
do
of February.
Pittsburgh?
I didn't say I'm not going to do it. I said I haven't landed the news to him yet that I'm going
Okay.
to do Pittsburgh. Yeah.
Well, I had you
So,
doing every show, but like I said, I'm a photographer, so it
oh
is
no,
what
I
it
want to do Pittsburgh. I'm just saying I haven't. He doesn't
Right.
know yet that I'm doing it. To him, I'm doing Charlotte and New York because
Yeah.
that was what we initially discussed was Charlotte and New York in
Right.
like the beginning of the year. But now the plans have changed and
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
girl
Unbeknownst to
power,
you, I mean,
Pittsburgh
not
and
your
New York.
fault. Yeah.
Not my fault, but I'll take it.
That
You got to go with the flow.
that is crazy. But yeah, April 24th, that's a Thursday. Uh Maybe a stretch for me. When does Olympia? When does wellness go on stage? That Sunday? Or is that
No,
the
the
start
show's
of
the
the show?
26th. The show's the 26th.
I thought you said the 24th.
No, I would have to fly out the 24th. I'm
Okay.
gonna fly out the day of the show.
So the show's actually the 26th.
Yeah.
You're leaving on the 24th. Probably the 23rd will be
Mhm.
better.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I have bills
Yeah.
and responsibilities.
Yeah. Well, I know. But so
But
from
yeah.
Charlotte to I don't know whatever the airport is in Orlando.
No, actually, no, I'm not flying. I would much rather drive.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I understand why I would drive because that would have to
Especially
take my equipment.
especially with Charlotte Airport. Fucking piece of
Oh
shit Charlotte
yeah.
Airport. Yeah, no. After what happened for freaking Tampa, I basically got there like an hour. I got to my hotel, remember, from Tampa an hour before had I just went driving
Yeah, that's true.
with all the delays and all this
But I
and all this
literally was
that.
almost there.
And I was just so frustrated. I would have rather just been in a car driving instead of
Mhm.
annoyed with all those people and rushing to this gate. And no, give me my car
Yeah.
and just let me go.
Or just plan it out. That's all. Well,
Yup.
if that's the case, then we try to get you out of here on the 23rd. I'm thinking, but
Either way,
yeah,
26 I go on stage.
there we go.
13 weeks.
Well, I'm excited. Yeah,
I'm excited to be back on stage.
yeah. Let's get this thing going. And so now you're looking at all the other shows. And you don't look at shows by venue, but I mean, like you said, Columbia, Miami. I mean, there's so many nice destinations. But then you got to understand you're there for business, not for play. But it's always
A
nice.
little bit of both.
Yeah, it's a business trip.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's always nice to go do something a little fun everywhere we go.
Yeah. It
I
is.
was looking at when was it Atlanta? Yeah, Atlanta, that restaurant that we ate at. I was looking at the pictures. Oh, we're
Yeah,
going back there.
I
I
love it.
want
We
that
got to.
same
The
restaurant. I want
bison,
my
I'm ordering the
same
same meal.
meal. I want the
Yeah,
same exact.
yeah. Put it down. Atlanta
That was
Pro,
good.
15
Yes,
August. Yeah,
that was good. That was good.
yeah. And everything just worked out. Well, I was like, man. And I tried to say, well, maybe because I'm so hungry, but nah, that was good food.
No, it was really good food.
Other than that, how's everything else going? I mean,
Everything's
try to
good.
plan this out, but you're in a good mental place and everything, and so
Yes,
we haven't talked. Well, we talked pretty much a lot, but since the holidays now and everybody's back in school, you know,
I'm ready for summer, man.
yeah. Well, I'm ready
Oh,
for it to get warm, you know,
I
because
am
this is
so ready for summer. Oh
not
man,
so much. And then the rain today, so yeah, yeah,
this brutal winter has been kicking my ass this year.
yeah. How the migraines been? Bad, worse, tapered
The
off?
same. They're the
Yeah,
same. They're the same.
man. So I think that's pretty much it. The wellness season, well, the competition season, of
The
course.
competition season will officially be starting in about 6 weeks with the Arnolds.
Yeah, and I'm loving the prize money for you, especially because I'm like, hey,
I mean, I'm ready to do as many shows as possible this season.
yeah,
Why not? Like, I like competing,
mhm.
and why not just make money?
It's worth it. Because that's a lot of money. That's a
Yeah,
lot of money.
why
So
not just make money?
I mean,
You
third
know?
place is more than what it was last year because it was 4,000, and now 5,000 for third. I mean,
Yeah,
that's good stuff.
yeah. I'm
You
loving
better,
it.
have you done your training today? You still got to do cardio, don't you?
Today was a double cardio, so I'm about to eat once we get off and
Hmm.
then wait a little bit and go do my second cardio.
Okay. Well, talk soon, as I always say.
Talk soon. I'm looking at myself. I'm like, oh wow, diet face is starting to come through.
Yeah, I saw that little cheekbones there.
All right, guys, we will see you in like what, 2 weeks?
Yeah,
Oh, I'm gonna
yeah,
be skinny by then. We'll see
yeah.
you
We'll
in
be
two
shooting
weeks.
prior to there too
Yes, we will next week.
and get some video. Yes. All
Have a
right.
good Sunday. Ciao.
Bye.